up, loves? In today's video, we are going to be doing our May reset. But what I want you guys to pay close attention to is the timing of the video. I'm not at the very beginning of May, and I'm also not at the end of April. As a matter of fact, I am dead smack in the middle of May, but I knew that no matter what, a reset was necessary. So let's get right into the video. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, a very warm welcome to you. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you saw that back in March I did start doing resets at the beginning of every single month. I think that it is so important that as you're growing, as you're building, that you don't just move, that you make sure that you're assessing your steps. Is what I'm doing working? Is my time blocked? Do I actually have it filled with income producing activity? Am I setting aside enough time for the personal things in my life so that I'm well taken care of, so that I look at what I need personally so that I can be fueled for a successful business? So back in March, I did my very first one. It was very, very great, very successful. It was a little more, I don't want to say relaxed, but it was a little less, it was business focused, but you guys saw, I was in my room, I was on my bed, I treated it a little more like a self-care day as I did the reset. And it worked. It worked perfectly for that time. And then for the month of April, if you guys saw that reset, I was actually stuck in LA. So I had to fight. I had to fight through frustration. I had to fight through delayed flights. I had to fight through all sorts of things and still get that reset done. But it got done. And now here we are in May, officially in my second month as a full-time luxury realtor. And the month of April was exceptional with work. And as I got into the beginning of May, things are still going very well. I ended up out of town at the beginning of the month. And so a couple other things happened to where I didn't get to get my reset done at the very start of the month. But I wanted to come and just tell you guys that no matter what, you really have to learn how to be adjustable. Sometimes, people can sometimes live on two different spectrums, right? Where you have no type of time management, you have no type of set schedule, you just kind of get up and you go with the day. And then you have those people that are on a tight timeline, right? They're on a schedule. They really do set themselves up for a day-to-day where they know what they're going to be doing. But then if anything happens outside of that schedule, you are completely off your rocker, right? I know people like that. And so what I am learning is have the time block. Be excellent when it comes to time management, but understand that life happens. Things happen, especially when you're in the type of business that we're in. People can change your day, right? Amazing things can actually happen, and you don't get to do all those calls you wanted to do because now you're out with the client, or something may happen with the family member. And again, you have to travel, you have to go out of town. That doesn't mean that you can't still get the work done or just adjust your schedule. And that's exactly what I'm doing, you guys. I was not able to do the reset at the very start of May. Like, my goal is to literally do my resets on the first of every single month. I think that's just a great time to really assess how the month went, plan the new month, and get things going. So again, here we are, mid-May, and it is time for me to do my May reset. Before I got into the reset though, I wanted to come and talk to you guys, share with you why I'm sharing a reset so late. And it's because I'm doing it so late, but as they say, better late than never. And this isn't a matter of, oh, I just wasn't handling my business. No, things came up. Again, I ended up out of town, but it's still been a very successful, very productive start to my month. But as always, I want to stop, make sure my goals are in place, make sure April, I didn't miss anything, and just really reassess. Those reassessing of the prior months has been so good. And it's also been not a healing for me, but it's just really allowed me to remain aware There we go. It's really allowed me to remain aware. Where am I in business, right? Where am I in my personal life? Because sometimes when you're building, especially a commission-based business, it's really easy to be discouraged. But if you don't spend all of these months and then you're like, okay, I'm just burned out and things are not working, but you go month to month and you get to look and say, okay, this thing is working, let's keep this going. This thing is not working, what can we do to fix it? Or we completely need to exit. So that's what these resets really are to me. They are a matter of just staying aware of my personal self, staying aware of my business, and make sure I'm giving it my all, because I'm going to be a top luxury realtor. Like, y'all hear me say that all the time, and I believe it, and this is exactly how. So let's get into this May reset. All right, loves. So today, this month, I'm doing this reset in my office. Sometimes, if I can be honest with you guys, it's a little bit hard chatting with you, because I know that you're here for real estate. I know that you're here for, business, to be fueled by that. But so much of my life and the decisions that I'm making is really based on my purpose, and it's based on my calling, and why I am, working, and I have goals and dreams of, wealth. Again, being a top luxury realtor, like, the heartbeat and the foundation of it all is very spiritual for me. I have a relationship with God, and I know that I am being, pulled into this space and pulled to really dive in and be successful here. So, again, I'm trying to do my best to really stay business focused and real estate focused, because I don't know where everyone is. And again, I'm not trying to encourage people in this, to come over to any type of faith. Now, listen, you want it? I got it for you. But again, I'm just here to really be real estate focused for you guys, and really focus on the business. But understand that you are going to hear me. If I get to be myself, I have to talk about that portion of my life. And so this month, like I said, I am just very, very laser focused. There's so much changing in me. The way that I was really through all of my real estate career, I don't want to say it was this false identity, but it was really how I grew up. It was how others, kind of saw me, the way that they kind of portrayed me in this. And it wasn't in a bad way. It was, this leadership role, and, I was gifted and I was outspoken. And so I did all that. I was on, the stages in middle school, in high school, all of that type of stuff. But I didn't really get to really have my true identity shaped until really the last few years of my life. And so now I'm kind of pulling back from those type of things and really becoming a student, really learning, really making sure that I'm not just operating on gift, but I'm really honing into my skills and the things that I'm really good at and who it is that I am. And so, again, when I do my resets, I can't ignore that. I can't ignore that I'm in a new season of my life. I can't ignore that I'm not doing the same form of lead generation. I can't ignore that, the clients who are reaching out to me are more so the old way of how I used to work. And so I have a buyer's agent that I work with that I can send those clients to, but I'm in an entirely new space, an entirely new mindset, and an entirely new income producing space. And so I'm saying all of that again, because you guys, I know what you may be looking for. And if you, fast forward through this or want to cut off the video, because it's like, get to the point. My goal and my heart is that if I'm bringing you encouragement, if I'm bringing you actual practical tips on things to do to build your business, I have to let you know that the person, the business owner, the business person, the actual realtor is equally, if not more important than the work itself. Because when you don't focus on you, that's how you get burned out. That's how people become successful and wealthy. And then they start depending on drugs or drinking or sex or commit suicide or, all of those different types of things, because they really didn't focus on themselves. And so as I am moving forward in business, I really have a new mindset. I am a new person. I'm making sure that, again, I tap into who I truly am, who God says that I am for this season, because I am a leader and I am going to be on those platforms later. But right now, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm locking into. This is what I'm honing in on. So I know that's a lot of rambling, but I just have to be honest and true and real with you guys. So again, it's reset day. And so we have our tools with us. Of course, we have our handy dandy planner, a highlighter and a pen, scrap paper. Scrap paper is, y'all, it's huge because when you have so much in your mind, you want to be able to dump, okay? And then of course I have my computer here with me, and my vision board is another one that I showed you guys. My vision board is literally right in front of me, so y'all can't see it, but I literally am looking right at it and I can see it. So the very first thing that we do on reset is we always go and we look at the prior month. So how was April? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the back of April. I got a blank page here that says notes, and I am literally just going to assess how April was. So my April assessment is all done and it was perfect. I'm so proud of myself. Like, I am just so proud. I'm moving the needle along. April, I pinned a phrase at the end of every assessment. I kind of pin a phrase, and April's phrase was that, April would be monumental, and it really was. Like, this was my first full month as a luxury realtor. So everything that I did, all of my training, all of my output for lead gen, all of my research was for luxury real estate. You guys know that I do have a buyer's agent. She was able to close, our first buyer together. We got another buyer under contract, which the day that I'm actually recording this is closing day for that second deal. And then we got another one pre-approved, and more are just coming. So I fully focused on luxury real estate. And so that was just monumental to me. And then May, I pinned May as May starts mastery. And so what I mean by that is truly embodying and becoming a full-time luxury realtor. Like fully. I already started, the first month, and I had to learn a lot of things. I'm still tweaking things. I have completely revamped my schedule because I realized that my schedule was set based on the way that I used to do my traditional sales, and now it's a whole different world. And so May starts mastery, where I'm truly mastering, honing in, and locking in on all of these skills to just become the best luxury realtor ever. So the assessment is always good. I encourage you guys, if you're doing resets, I encourage you to assess the prior month. So now it's probably my favorite time. Well, one of my favorites. Y'all know everything is my favorite. Life is so good. I just make life good, and everything is a favorite. Everything is amazing, but it is my dump. I think it's so important because our minds, the way that God created us, is so amazing. We're full of creativity. Our brains have so much, from history to future, to current ideas. What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? Who do I need to meet? How much money do I need to have? So our brains have so much going on, and I think it's so important to dump. I'm telling you guys, I don't know everything. I'm not a millionaire yet. I have become, successful over the last few years to live the life that I want to live. Now it's time, I see a greater life ahead of me. So I don't know every single thing, but what I'm telling you guys is truly, if nothing else, it's going to give you such an internal peace. And I think that that's important because gurus, people will teach you how to get the money. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. All of us are going for it. But you got to make sure that as you're getting the millions, that you're mastering your inner person. You're mastering your inner man. You're making sure that you're doing things that you love. You make sure that you're being satisfied, that you're being filled. And ultimately, if you are a person like me, if you find yourself as a believer, that your life is pleasing God, that you are actually living and representing the kingdom, and that you're not being selfish, right? That you even extend yourself when the time allots for that. So again, this brain dump is really just going to allow you to get all the things out of your mind that you want to see happen for this month, and then you can organize it after. So let's go ahead and just dump out. So my brain dump is done, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have to be 100% with you guys. The way that I was in the past, I had so many things going on. I was doing multiple things, trying to build a team, trying to be a mentor. I was writing books. Like I've told you guys so many things that I did in the past, and I would have all these goals, all of this to-do list stuff, still trying to have a personal life, still trying to heal, still trying to understand my purpose, understand my calling, be in my family. And I never got this stuff done. Never got this stuff done. And I'm a huge believer that, again, we're creative. We have multiple gifts, so we don't have to do one thing. But I do think that you need to know and understand the season that you're in. And right now, my season is luxury real estate. So I feel so much better because when I dumped, I was like, well, is this it? Like, is there not more? Because I'm used to the page being filled, but me not fulfilling everything that I put down. Now, what I have is still stretching me, right? I don't know if I told y'all, my goals are like 20 sales or 10 million. Dude, that is a lot, right? But because the goals month to month are reachable, they're doable. It's giving me more quality income producing activities instead of trying to do 50, 20, 10, 5 small things. I just have a major goal for 1 to 2 big things, and I still have to give the same level of attention to it. So again, I'm trying to share with you guys what I'm doing to encourage you to really build your business. Make sure that you're resetting, make sure that you're assessing, but I also just want to be true to myself and who I am in sharing it with you, and how the way that I did it before did not necessarily work. And so as I'm moving forward in doing it, I'm so excited to really be able to have a quality business experience. So thing number 1 for your reset is going to be to assess the month before. Thing number 2 is to dump. What's your goals for the month? What's your plans for the month? What do you want to see come to happen? And now we're going to go to the computer, and I'm going to organize my goals a little bit more before actually putting them in the planner that I see. Okay, so for those of you who I did not tell, or if you guys have not went back and looked at like my March or my April reset, I just want to kind of share with you guys what I'm doing. So the entire 2023 year, well, again, I started this in March. I have my goals inside of a document. And so the way that I do it is, again, for the month of March, for the month of April, now I'm about to do for the month of May, I have the goals there. So what I do is I'm resetting for the new month. Any goals that I didn't reach, I highlight, or if I reached a portion of that goal, I'll highlight it in a certain color. If I did not, if I did get it done, I highlight in another color. And then also, again, with assessment, because some things that I had set for April, I had to realize I have to cut that because it's not going to be effective for me in my luxury real estate business. So some of it I may have just highlighted to take it off, saying this is not something that we're going to do. So now when it's time for me to put May in place, I also can go up and say, oh, I didn't get that done, but I do want to get that done. So I can pull that down to the month of May. So that's what I'm doing inside of my computer, again, before I put the goals and right into the month of May, because inside of my calendar, because the computer, I'm not looking at that every day, but my May calendar is out on my desk every single day. So that's what we're doing right now. so that is all done. I was able to go through April, check off what I completed, what I didn't complete, or what I just completely am canceling from my schedule, and everything looks really good. I monetized this channel. Woo! That was actually one of my 2023 goals, was to get monetized, and we did that, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the love. Thank y'all for every single thing. And thank you for tuning into my channel. Thank you for just sending me encouraging words. Thank you for letting me know how I'm helping you on your journey. Thank you for encouraging me to keep going. Like, just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you sincerely for subscribing. For y'all, I mean, some of y'all even watch the premiere. Like, when it launches, you're not watching it hours later or the next day or weeks later. Like, you guys are there when it launches. I'm telling y'all, that means the world to me, and it makes me want to continue to bring you quality. And that's another reason why I can't just fluff you on these videos. Like, I have to tell you my truth. So that way, if you're going through something as well and you're like, okay, I'm doing the business stuff, but there's a part of me that is feeling a certain way, or there's a part of me that needs this or needs that. Make sure you understand that in building your business, you are important. It's not just the work. It's not just the clients. It's not just the money. You are important. Your goals, your dreams are so important. So thank y'all. Goal number one. Well, one of the 3 goals of 2023 was to get monetized on YouTube, and we did that. So celebrate yourselves, because this is for all of us. So I love you guys. But again, I went through April, so that's all set. May goals are set, and I feel so confident based on the schedule that I have. And not only do I feel confident about the work, but I feel confident that it's getting me closer to my goals. I feel confident that the way that I have my daily schedule set up, it is giving me that mastery that I'm looking for when it comes to being a luxury realtor. So now we're done with the dump. We are done putting everything in order in the computer, and now it's time to do that final step, which is getting it in the calendar. My calendar stays open on my desk. I'm able to look at it every single day, every single week. And I told you guys, I'm a highlight girl. I love being able to check off. And then too, I just love being clear. I love clarity. I love waking up, knowing what I'm doing. And again, if something crazy happens, if something in life happens, if I don't feel well, if I get a call that I wasn't planning for, once I'm done with it, I know what to go back to or what needs to be moved to the next day. So now we're just going to take straight from here. We're going to put it into the May calendar, and then we're going to be done with May reset. And so again, these may seem like a lot of steps. Some of you guys may not do all of this, but the reason that I do the dump first is to get everything out and not potentially miss something. And then I like to put it in the computer because it's organized. If I went straight from the dump to the calendar, I might be scratching stuff out. I might be like, oh, I forgot this or I forgot that, right? So I get to like organize my scatter in my computer. And then once it goes into my calendar, we are good to go. So let's get that done. Y'all, I love when I'm sharing something with you guys and that thing actually happens. So I talked about, you having your schedule and your way of doing things, and then something comes that you weren't, planning for. So I have a system where I get leads that come through, and again, I get to share those with my buyer agent, if it's not like in the price range of one of my luxury clients. And that's exactly what happened. I got a new lead that just came through. So I'm going to check on something for that. And if it's a good lead for us, then I'm going to go ahead and pass that along to my buyer's agent. So I'm going to take a pause really quick in my reset to check on something for this potential lead, and then we're going to get right back to work. I mean, after all, you're doing what you're doing to build your business. So if someone reaches out to you for business building, then it's absolutely what you want it to happen. And let me say this, there are times, like for instance, if you're, making calls, or if it's just certain things that you're doing, there will be times that you may need to be on do not disturb, right? Because you don't want to be distracted. You don't want anyone to break that. It's not necessarily an emergency, but for the most part, if I'm not in a dedicated call, nobody can distract me, or prayer time, just me and God, my phone is usually open. I'm usually available, and I will take a break from what I'm doing to handle that thing. So like I said, I'm gonna take care of that, and then we're gonna get right back to the final part of our reset. May reset is all done. I feel clear. I feel inspired. I feel motivated. I'm so excited, ready for mastery, ready to work. Sorry, y'all. I did this at the perfect time because now they're outside mowing the grass. I'm just ready. I'm ready, and I'm so centered and I'm so focused on my goals. I'm not distracted by this world. I'm not distracted by what anybody else is doing. I take and grab the nuggets that I need, and I hone in for me. So I really hope that this video encouraged you guys. I hope that it inspired you. I hope that you are going to just go after your dreams, go after your goals, but really make sure that you're paying attention, that you're fully aware of what your season requires, that month to month you're noting what worked, what didn't work, what needs to change. And again, you're so focused on your inner man to make sure that you remain healthy as you pursue these goals, these dreams, and this wealth. Listen, if you guys enjoyed that video, y'all know what I want. I need you to like, comment, subscribe. Do you do the resets? Have you started doing the resets? Were you already doing the resets before this? Let me know. And of course, I love